Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player. Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for Monday, the 5th of February, 2018, about 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. The break in the stock market, I'm inclined to say it's run its course. Yeah, I'll stick my neck out. Last night, if you get my twice daily market updates, I said I was looking for the break to culminate between a 5 and 7% decline, sticking my neck out. Yeah, there's no magic, it can go to 10%, but why? The fundamentals are still so good. So I figured that after, if you will, the vertical price rise that the market did from leveling off at Christmas and then soaring in December, that a 5 to 7% correction could fit right in, ran some Fibonacci numbers, and I'm at that point where at today's lows in many of the markets you fit into that. If the pressure comes off of those, the question you have to ask yourself is, will the pressure come off of the metals? And the guess is yes. So you're getting your bounce there. The dollar index, if the market's rallying this much, will the other currencies soon come back against it? Well, that'll be the interesting part. Currencies are a little different in that the size of the market and what they perceive. However, I have serious doubts that the dollar index is going to be able to extend this rally in a major way. In fact, if it'll extend even up to the, let's call it 89, 80s, 90 level, I think that really be stretching out. Am I predicting this? No. This is what I looked at last night, and if you got my last night's update, I went into the part where I think the watershed event that took place over the weekend, when you think back, it really started last week, was that maybe 4 interest rate hikes this year if the U.S. economy is doing so well. Market had built in 2, maybe 3, but the Fed said 3 and 1 in 2019, maybe they get compressed. Don't know, but the market's putting that in, not Ira Epstein. The market seems to be talking about that. And if that's what the market's talking about with strength in the economy, well, there's your correction. Have we left the market that is just a vertical price rise in just about everything? Yes. Are the markets going to come back and look at now the fundamentals as they are? Yes. So I want to say that the December, January time frame of holidays, people coming back into the market, runaways to one side, probably ran its course. Let's come back here. Energy markets. We continue to build on this and get more and more rig counts going. That's fine. Production numbers going up. That's fine, and that is why you're seeing some pressure. However, these are great numbers. This is still crude hanging at the 85 area. Weather has, if you will, moderated in the plains and so on. There's your pressure in the nat gas. Bonds and notes, both sides of the argument. What's happened is the bonds now, the 30 years, are adding yield. In other words, they're tipping that instead of coming together now. It seems to be this way. You're coming back up. You were sort of going flat, and now you're getting a little bounce in the 30 years. That's what I'm seeing there. Sugar at a point where market's got some resistance back up here, pushing the 1375 level. And in all the grains right now, well, there's some news there that still isn't all that bullish. And of course, the rise in the dollar doesn't help the export business. That's another thing you have to always keep in the back of your mind. Now, Conference Board, January employment trends up 106.9. These are strong as can be. ISM numbers, 59.9, expected 56.5, 59.8 in business activity. Look at every number is a blowout number, and these ISM numbers are the highest levels since August of 2005. You can take the stock market down, but you can't get away from the fundamentals. We are firing on 8 cylinders now. We even have wage inflation. That in itself, yes, you have to build it into the higher interest rates, which could curtail business down the road, but markets have a very quick way of digesting that.
The market U.S. Final service sector PMI, 53.3. The preliminary was there, came in where you want it. Now, China, they're not about to sit back with the aluminum threats on tariff, with putting tariffs on their solar panels. So what they did is they've got an investigation now going against sorghum imports for anti-dumping and anti-subsidy rules against the U.S., which could lead to higher tariffs. It's called tit for tat. Got it? They're not going to just sit back and take it. China also announced it's going to tighten regulation on domestic investors in its overseas transactions of Bitcoin. So you got to watch that. You're getting more of this in South Korea. You're getting more of it in Japan. People are going to regulate. Whether it's out and out bans, can't answer that everywhere, although China's headed to that route, and they have the filters to stop it to a degree. Remember, if people want to get around the internet, there's many geniuses out there that know how to do it. In another part, Citigroup today said it has decided it's no longer permitting credit card users to buy Bitcoin with their credit cards. It's almost like trading futures, folks. You cannot, in regulated futures, take your credit card and tell your broker, take $2,500, $5,000, $10,000, put it into my margin account. Yet you were able to do it there. So this is part of the regulations. I know today for TikTok on Bloomberg, I did a segment on that. So if you go there, you'll be able to hear it. The Eurozone economic activity, strong, 58 versus 57.6. The composite, 58.8. The economic data out of the Eurozone shows an even stronger start to the year than first thought. These numbers are the best since 2006. Does this sound like anything worldwide that causes a market break other than the markets got ahead of themselves? I doubt it. And due to the growth numbers issued last week, French bank is saying that it is raising its forecast for euro growth to 2.8 from 2.4%. So you're getting an awful lot of good data all the way through, and that's what it's about. You've now taken the sea of red this morning and reversed it, so I feel good that in the midst of all that panic, what I wrote was right on the money, and that's how I want you to start off your Sundays. If you haven't had my research, I'd love for you to try it. And then we're starting a program with it on top of that. If you give us friends that take it and they become a subscriber, we're going to give you, instead of charging you, a free 30-day period. Each friend you bring us, another one. We're going to charge you a penny. 1 penny. And you'll say, why? We have our reasons. But at least you'll still be paying, but 1 penny. And there'll be a form where you can track the friends that you give us. We'll even show you if they have, there's an opt-in. We don't just send them the email. If they want it, they'll get it that way by opting in. And we'd like for them to see what you're seeing. If you believe in it, and we have many subscribers out there, do it. If you haven't subscribed, try it again. Give us your list of friends. Join the parade, something that we think you might like. And yes, they'll get my morning videos, my twice daily updates, all the recs that I'm doing, the special reports that I put out, and they will be invited to the webinar. I'm going to be setting up the webinar today from the looks of things, and then I'll give you the date. I'd like to do it towards Thursday or Friday, give everybody enough time to work with us. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a good day. How do you get to all this? Well, you can call us, 866-973-2077. You can go to our website, as you see right here. Click on any of the carousels. Go to Ira's Free Information and do it from there. You can click up here at any point. That'll take you right to those forms. And underneath us on many websites says, click here for Ira's Free Information. I'm Ira Epstein. Have a good trading day, and I'll see you this afternoon with my end of the day videos.